Well, hello to another episode with no Jesse of the skunk fucker. Skunk fucker.
Skunk fucker.
Sorry if it sounds like there's 17 miles of free open air behind us.
Yeah, I just got done remodeling Skunk Bunker. Honestly, it looks 100% better. A lot of more room.
There's plenty more room. You can probably hear how much room there is.
And honestly, I don't know if Jesse said some weird stuff. Jesse was like, "Hey Tim, you know how I like my women? I like my women like I like my eggs. Beat the fuck up." And I was like, "Wow, bro."
Well, the thing he said to me was, I like women how I like grapes, which is with no skin. And I had to be like, "What do you mean, Jesse?" And they wouldn't elaborate on it.
I wouldn't either, but
Yeah, that's pretty
and
weird.
then they decided not to show up this week, so I don't like.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on.
I feel like a bad person for not calling the cops and like.
leading up today, there were a lot of missing women with missing skin. They only found their skin, so that does say a lot about what's going on.
Not only women, but neighbors. I was gonna say neighborhood puppies too. You just see like random like dog carpets in the middle of the street.
Yeah, like random grandmas. Talking about grandmas, Connor. Do you look your grandma in the eye?
Yeah, did you make a rug out of her?
Hold up, no, I'm not even gonna let you try and do like a new transition for that. I want this established that that's what you said to me earlier. Tim just walks up to me and just goes, "So why do you look your grandma in the eye anymore?" And I 100% just looked at him and just went, "Because she's probably gonna die soon, and it makes me uncomfortable to think about." And he starts fucking crying, laughing. Then comes the whole
It makes me uncomfortable. Sorry, Grandma. I just. Can you put sunglasses on?
I was telling Tim that like the situation is like a lot more like depressing than I really think about 90% of the time, because my morning starts with me going like staying with my 90 fucking whatever year old grandmother who absolutely is in early Alzheimer's, because we'll have the same conversation like multiple times. And then I'll fucking leave to go make pizzas for ungrateful bitch people who just, "You don't have the pretzel crust anymore. How could you not? Why is it not important to you? I don't fucking give a shit about your life."
Man, make your own pretzel
make your own
fucking pizza.
Pretzel crust,
Fucking-
bro. I hate making the pretzel crust.
Fucking, I told Tim like every morning like so often it ends with me saying goodbye, like, "Oh, bye, Grandma," and she'll like hold my hand for a second. I'll feel like her grip it, but she's got like old fucking bony old woman fingers, so I just feel the grip of death right before she like lets
Connor, I'm
go.
trying to drink tea here.
I'm getting paid $200 a month to watch my grandmother slowly die.
Yeah. So what you're saying is your grandma's life has a price on it.
At least according to the fucking care company.
That's what insurance is. It's like, well, how much is your loved one's life worth to you?
Yeah.
We're just talking about insurance at my mom's actually, because my dad didn't get approved for life insurance.
How do you not get approved for life insurance?
Because
Sorry.
it's based on the health. You can't. Some places based on like a health
Really?
checkup. Yeah, my mom didn't get approved either, and she's like really healthy. Whatever standard the company was using was like way too high.
Damn, it is very depressing to think about, like, that you got to pay on life insurance for so it makes it to where your funeral expenses will be less.
Yeah, you don't pay.
Yeah,
back
if
your
you don't have
loans.
life insurance, then fucking good luck. You're paying like fucking. Well, you're not paying it. Your
It's
family's
not-
fucking paying it, and not only do you have to grief over your fucking dead corpse, you have to grief about paying fucking your funeral off.
Dad died.
Alright.
And we lost the house.
This is a
because we had to
bummer.
buy the
Let's talk
rock.
about something.
Well, let's say before that, I have an even more fucked up story that I want to share real quick. That is like kind of along the lines of like making people pay for fucked up shit.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I guess at this point, my uncle committed suicide via gunshot. Yumi's dad. And it wasn't until this situation that I realized
We're all disposable.
Well, no, there's like a company, not a company maybe it's a company per se, but like there's a cleaning crew, like a suicide cleaning crew or like a blood cleanup crew that they'll send out for that kind of stuff, and like they'll come out and be like, hey, we're here now, and if you want us to clean it, we'll clean it, but it's gonna cost you. And it's like, do you want to pay these people to clean up your loved one who just killed themselves? Or do you want to go through that trauma yourself of cleaning it up?
How much?
Wait,
How much is it gonna cost?
You can tell them, like, no, I don't want you to clean it.
but you would have to clean it up?
Yeah, you just have fucking blood in your house.
What are you gonna do?
Someone just killed themselves.
Not clean up a
I
fucking
thought,
corpse?
to be honest with you, I thought the police just like were like,
No.
okay, yeah, cool.
No. They'll draw the chalk, but after that, you gotta wipe it back
Yeah.
up.
No, that's like someone else's job, unless you're like, that's someone else's job, and like job in quotation marks. Like someone gets paid to do that. Your money, you're paying them to do it.
God, what's the training for that? To like, here's your online class for how to ask people if they can pay to have their dad's fucking brains picked up.
It's pretty fucked up. I don't know.
That's
man.
insane.
That's awful.
You think I could take like a class at the Learning Annex on how to do that?
I don't know if I can know, man.
Yeah, that's fucking wrong.
All right, now we can change the subject.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck to change the subject to.
Did you guys hear?
If we want to keep it dark, we could discuss my fucking ultimate fear of
Yeah,
demise.
welcome to the skunk bunker minus somebody else. Fucking depressing.
I was gonna say, no, you wanna do the last thing on this? Fucking 2 seconds before you got this hooked up, I'm on fucking TikTok, and I'm scrolling through, and an ad for a little paper you can have your animal step on, and it gets a little ink paw print, so you can then get it tattooed on you, which is something that for a month before my dog died, I was like, oh, I really want to do this, because I know Taz is pretty old, and I want that paw print tattoo, and then fucking stroke happened. So I still did it. Like, he died, and I was like, I had some paint. It's not going to do it. I want the paw print. So I just have a small canvas with his paw print, like, on it.
Well, at least you had the paw print.
Yeah.
It looks like shit, though. Because, he was dead. So I couldn't get a good angle. And I couldn't see, because I was
he was
crying.
dead at the
Yeah, he was
time.
dead at the time. Because it was after the stroke that my brain was just like...
Oh,
I wanted this as like a
man.
memorial tattoo, so I still want it, but like this is uncomfortable, and I did this.
You just can't get it now.
I can, that's the only version, and I could just do a fucking vague paw print. It's not like he had too weird of a paw print, but 100% I'm just staring at this ad, and my brain's just like, yeah, you fucked up, didn't you? You fucked it up. You fucking failure.
You're running out of time.
You're gonna forget that's there, and that's gonna happen while you're high as shit, and you're gonna be like, what?
Hopefully. Well, the one time I was editing an episode, and we said some shit. You guys were saying a bunch of names. You're saying your friends' names. We were talking about the camping trip. And then, like, I was, like, balls deep on my phone, but in the podcast, I knew this was going to happen. So, like, in the podcast, I was like, I leaned in the microphone, I was like, hey, future me, fucking edit all those names out, don't forget. And then, like, I was, like, on my phone, balls deep, and I just hear super loud in my ears, like, hey, me, fucking edit those names out, don't forget. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, oh, shit, I should edit those names out. So it actually saved myself.
Hey, editor, edit this out. Nepal.
I knew it. Alright.
100%, I want you to cut this little conversation we're about to have out, which is just, don't edit it out. Just leave Nepal in and make it just have it sound like that's what you changed it to.
In the one episode, we were talking about what I had said. I don't know if I want to say this again, but I'm going to because I'm already here. I said the one girl once described my cum as tasting like and then I was like...
I think I winced then.
Yeah. I saw you do it too. But then I was like, I think I'm going to bleep out the word ketchup and make people guess what I said.
Did you Did you bleep it out?
Nah.
Oh, damn, I was gonna say, you gotta
They
bleep it out
should've
here,
been
too, just so it keeps fucking going with this bit.
I'll do it now. I'll give myself another shot. So now if you want to know what I said, you have to go listen to all the other episodes.
Fine, we're talking about... Fine. Oh, gee, I wonder which one is gonna have Hunter talk about his cum. Could it be... Wait,
Yeah.
titled cum?
I don't know if there's any titled cum.
Because there's the one where we talk
Ted,
about
I like
cum
how
for a long time.
I like how Ted got a
Alaska.
podcast
I
named
know.
after him before you and Jesse did.
I know. But it's like, that's too good not to.
What episode did we talk about cum, like, a lot?
It was like the past.
I think butter is a condiment, 24.
That sounds like it could be.
And I think it was maybe I'll shit on you because it was like, so far we've talked about cum for half an hour and shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Shit Cum Podcast.
Welcome to the cum zone. Only cum in anime pussy.
Puss.
Dude, pussy is like a fucking... If they made like a stride gum flavor
Yeah, if they
pussy.
made a condiment of pussy crust.
No.
So this girl I'm talking to right now, she's just like, she had a bunch of condoms in her bag, and she just like threw them at me in my room, and she was like, "These are yours." No, I don't want these. And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, "Wait." And she looked at me and was like, "They're flavored." And she like found, and then she found one that was chocolate strawberry flavored condom. Yeah, and she was like, "This sounds like it could be good." And she opens it up, and whatever I don't know. So just think of like a fucking rank Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, that's 100% what I expected.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I can't believe I'm good.
I can't eat Tootsie Rolls.
I hate Tootsie Rolls. They're foul.
I love Tootsie Rolls.
I used to like them. My grandma would every time I would go over, just give me fucking Tootsie Rolls.
This is on the condom. The condom thing made me think of this, and this is one of Misty's favorite stories. But I hate this. When I started dating her, Misty's mom decided to get like those free condoms you can get at like clinics. She got like a whole handful.
Fucking like red ones.
Yeah, like those weird red package. And Misty warned me, and she's like, "My mom's gonna give you condoms." And I'm like, "I tell her not to. I buy my own. Because I'm not bigger.
The sizing
yeah, I
purposes.
can't. Those don't work. Those 100% do not work. They just break immediately on fucking application." And her mom just fucking is like, "Come here," and like puts the handful in, and I literally I didn't know what to do, and thinking about it now, I should have just been like, "Okay," put them in my bag and just never touched them. 100% just went, "I'm not gonna take these," and gave them back to her. I buy my own.
That's funny.
So much.
That's really funny.
That's pretty funny.
I love that story.
I hate that. I hate thinking about that every fucking time.
Do you have any, Tim? Do you have any stories like that where any stories that you think about that you're just I don't want to think about that?
I'm not a fucking care.
Yeah, I just don't want to think about that. I'm trying to think of some.
Stories. Fuck.
I haven't had it happen to me in a long time, so.
Yeah.
Have any more filler?
I could tell one that involved.
That
Tim, you can decide if this stays in or not when I'm done. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's literally, and I think I've actually told it before, but it's still just one of the funniest thoughts to me. We're in middle school or something, and we're arguing, and we're getting mad, and my comeback was just, "At least I don't bite my own toenails." And Tim immediately is just like, "Don't act like you don't do it." And 100% I didn't, and my brain was like, I don't think anyone does. And it's the funniest thing.
Yeah, I used to bite my toenails and rip them off.
I remember seeing you do that as a kid and thinking, I'm not gonna judge him. I would not do that. I don't want my feet in my mouth, but whatever. My favorite thing is that you, for years now though, have had this in my brain.
Well, I've seen other people do it.
Okay, wait.
No, what I mean is you have
So
this
I
in my
thought it
brain
wasn't
as option. Like, I've sat there like, oh, my toenails, I can't get it. Like, I don't trim my toenails, I just kind of pick at them with my fucking fingernails until I, like, break them off. And 100% I'll, like, sit there and I'll look at it and I'm just thinking, like, I could be easy. Get this done.
Sometimes you have to.
And then, like, some part of my brain's like, no, you don't. You don't put your foot in your mouth.
So I forget your exact disposition on this, Connor, but what's your position on a girlie's feet in your mouth?
It does nothing and would depend on the person because I don't like feet as a fucking structure on our bodies. They feel like they're not finished.
That's funny. I feel like I know Tim's answer, but Tim, what's your opinion on having a girlie's feet in your mouth?
Yeah, they gotta be hot enough, bro.
They gotta be hot. Like her feet or the girl?
The girl has to be like fucking at least deep. Like I'm not gonna put like fucking whales fucking.
What? Wow. I mean, like fair. I mean, I can agree with that. I wouldn't just put anyone's feet in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's a statement.
No, like I gotta know like that you at least like
Wash them semi-regularly.
Yeah, like.
And I'm not saying.
But like, I mean, I'm not saying that they have to be washed.
okay, but that's what I'm trying to get to is me and Tim we grew up biting our toenails, and now guess what? If I'll go 15, 16, 17, 18 years later, we're like thinking about putting other people's feet in our mouth. So maybe Connor didn't grow up biting his
suck
toenails.
on a toenail like a fucking.
I'm gonna bite her toenails off and use it as a toothpick. Pick out my dinner, love.
No.
Oh my god.
I do not want that situation. Real shit on you.
Yeah. We got the skunk bunker candle.
As I said to Hunter earlier, I really gotta learn how to romance people because fucking.
You're like a fucking
there's no
monkey.
There's no romantic way to say I want to use your throat as a fleshlight.
Have you ever seen the videos of like the girl who like leans off like the back of the bed and like leans her head back off the side of the bed and the dude just fucks her throat and like his dick goes in her throat and like
that easily.
opens her. It does not. I've tried it. It doesn't work.
It's a load of shit. I mean, you get farther in there, but like it just.
I didn't. My dick just cramped.
Well, you gotta like crouch with it because it's never gonna be like the right. It's never the right angle. No one other than whoever fucking meticulously picked that fucking video. No one has a bed that allows a whole human to lay back, and that's the perfect angle for your fucking dick.
I've seen a couple of videos like it, but I can't believe someone's throat can do that without them having damage.
I don't know why I did that, but
Yeah.
So
That's pretty Saddam Hussein.
That's an unbelievable feat of human ability.
You ever have someone bite your nut?
No.
No, but I almost ripped my nut off in my sleep before.
I mean, that wasn't what I was thinking of. The answer for me is also no. I didn't.
Well,
It was just a thought I had
and
for
then
some reason.
and then I also had that one dickhead who sucked on my nut way too hard.
Fucking vacuum cleaning it.
Yeah, and yeah.
You ever get your nuts stuck in a sink drain? No? Want to feel what it's like?
So, I realized, like, I'm starting to have more dreams lately.
Alright.
Which is weird, because, like, for most of my life, I didn't have dreams. Like, I'd have one, like, a month that I could remember.
Yeah.
Like, I would just go to sleep, and it would just, like, be black, and, like, I would just be in the morning all of a sudden.
Scary.
Yeah, there's no in between for the most part. Huh?
What?
Huh? I'll kill you. But as of recently, like, I'm starting to, like, actually dream about a lot of weird stuff that's going on in my life. Like, I don't wear my retainer, and, like, I couldn't fit it anyways if I tried. And my teeth are starting to, like, get all fucking goofy looking again. And I had a dream that my bottom teeth were all fucked up and, like, jagged and, like, going in different directions. And I was like, fuck! And I woke up, like, super upset, like, goddamn.
I had a vivid dream where I was losing my teeth slowly.
That
Like,
shit
and, like,
sucks.
I felt every single bit of it. And I remember vivid, like I was out in public, and I'm looking at the sky, and I just feel, I just hear, and I look, and my tooth just dropped on the ground, and I'm like, huh, gnarly. I pick it up and I put it in my coat pocket, and then as I'm walking to like go home, like teeth just start falling out of my mouth, and I was like, this is awful, and I woke up fucking very disappointed.
This girl I'm talking to, I asked her if she had any alien stories, and she was like, nah, but my grandma and my uncle one time were on a road trip, and then on their way home from the road trip, they just kind of like, at some point in the middle of the night on the drive home, they just kind of like got home, and then it wasn't until like 2 or 3 weeks later, and they were like, wait, how do we get home? Like, we didn't finish that drive. Like, what happened? And they were like, do you remember? Like, I just remember seeing like a bright light.
Dude, I think I had one of those moments.
I've had a couple.
Yeah, like...
You just like don't remember getting home, and they just saw a bright light.
I was driving...
Well, okay, bright light,
like,
no.
So they're like, we just saw a bright light, and there was nothing.
We just lose all consciousness.
And they're like, we just woke up in our bed.
And you're just like, you just are like, there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've never had that happen.
It happens to me a couple. I don't think I say like a couple times a week. No, it happens to me every so often, and it really is just like if you had like cut a film reel and then stitched it back together with like a piece without a piece you took out. That's like 100% what it feels like to me.
It only happened to me like once or twice, but like one of the times I wasn't driving. But I was driving back from my dad's. And I was on 51. Like, I was like halfway on 50, and then I just don't remember the rest of the...
Look at Tim doxing us again.
Oh, yeah.
51.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Yeah.
But, okay. Oh, fuck, there was another story I had.
Like, even, like, that's weird now, but, like, it's weird for me because she said it was her grandma and her uncle. Like, it happened to both of them. They're like, yeah, we both passed out, and we both saw a bright light.
Yeah, that's
and
really
like
wild.
We just both woke up.
Yeah. Have you guys ever experienced like as you were a kid and you'd fall asleep in the car and as it made a turn you'd wake up and know exactly where you are?
I used to on the bus.
You knew like what where you were by like a turn.
Yeah.
I used
to. Yeah. That's a weird feeling. Like
you can just tell by.
Yeah, you can just tell like
exactly what you're talking about.
Sorry about that.
I used to, when I was on the bus, because I fall asleep in cars, I could kind of let myself pass out on the bus.
Yeah.
And I'd sort of, like, I'd essentially try and learn where we were.
I would do that too.
On the bus while taking while my eyes were closed and, like, fucking passing out. So I would be able to wake up, like, at the exact time I needed to. Which I think is translated into my real life, because there's a lot of times I will fall asleep, sleep through alarms, but wake up like
right when
the moment I need to be somewhere.
Yeah, I've trained my body to like I don't need an alarm. I just wake up like exactly on time.
I've been having a lot of those lately,
and that's like. I don't know if you guys feel oddly like I feel like proud of it. Like I'm like that's kind of like fucking.
I do believe in an extraordinary sense that humans have.
Yeah, like that's like impressively like. I don't even know how to describe it, but like.
I found this super crazy document on the Defense Intelligence Agency website. That says that Russian and Czechoslovakian... This is from the 70s, by the way. Russian and Czechoslovakian parapsychologists have discovered ways to, like, out-of-body experience. Like, astral project. And, there's entities called, like, light bodies and, like creatures. And they figure out... They said there's, like, official documentation to... instantly kill someone from afar. From, like, if you astral project, you can kill someone, like, in the real world. And, like, I was like, huh. And then there's, like, yeah, somewhere in there it says, in the first couple pages, I think, what I'm talking about, it says, there's an implication that there's a backwards flow of time, which means, in theory, we could travel in time backwards.
Huh.
And I was like, it's pretty funny. Why aren't we talking about this?
Why is no one talking about this?
This was declassified in 2003. Why aren't we talking about this now, huh?
Yeah, but I like hearing about other people's like alien stories. They're fucking interesting.
More like alien mouth
And
slut.
there's been a few times where like I swear to fucking God I seen a UFO.
I've only seen one. I actually saw it last year, I think. I saw it. I was at Frick Park at like 3 in the morning. I wasn't actually Frick Park. It was a cemetery. Cemetery at 3 in the morning near Frick Park, and
Frick.
there was like it was like spring going into fall, but the trees were still summer going into fall, and like the trees were still full. But there was like one patch of sky that I could see, and like it was 3 in the morning. It was dark out. And, like, as soon as I looked up, it looked like a red light that just, like, shot across the sky. It looked, the only way I can describe it is if someone had, like, a glowing red ball, and they just, like, just threw it as hard as they could, and it was just, like, and just kind of left a trail. But it was in the sky over the trees, so it just, like, went from, like, tree line to tree line super fast. And it was too fast to be, like, a plane or anything, like, very clearly it was something not like a plane.
Yeah. I used to like work late at night at my old job all the time from like 11:30, and I remember driving like on the bridge, and I seen something that looked fucking weird. It was just like moving like in a circular motion, and I was like, that's not fucking right. And I look up, and it's like moving in a circular motion in the sky for like at least like a good solid 10 seconds. Like I'm like at the beginning of the bridge, and I'm like almost done, and then I see it just shoot off, and I was like, that was a fucking UFO.
They called me Zorgleave the Great. And that's what you get.
That's. I don't remember UFO stories. That's the problem. I'm certain I have witnessed things, but as probably been established on here before, I can't tell when things are supernatural, science fiction, science fact, or just straight goddamn schizophrenia. Because I'm at the point where the only reason I believe in ghosts is because I'm afraid to take the fucking test to find out if I have a genetic disorder.
That makes you afraid of ghosts?
No, it makes me believe ghosts because if I don't believe ghosts, that means I gotta accept the fact that the things I see in the corner of my eyes might be schizophrenia. I'd prefer to just be haunted than the idea that I'll give my children some awful disease that's gonna slowly deteriorate their brain.
Well, you want children?
That's ultimately yes. I want.
What if you never could reproduce ever again?
I'd be really sad because one of my actual goals in life is to be a father.
Yes. I mean, not until I'm like at least like 38. At least.
No, I do want to be a dad.
26.
Yikes.
What? No. Bro, that would be rough. That's 3 years from now.
Yeah, I know. It's been a conversation that I've been putting off, but you know, whatevs.
Yeah.
Sorry you have to find out this way, Misty.
Yeah.
No, she knows I'm not like.
No, I know. It's fine.
Definitely like we've definitely established the like difference in want at like age points. She doesn't want because it's essentially like when our kids are grown up, she doesn't want to be like old. She wants to be able to interact. And
Well, I mean, like 30, like it's still.
if you have kids at 30, when the kids are like 27, you'll be like 50 something.
Yeah,
like,
that's good. That's a good age.
Yeah.
She doesn't think so.
Well, you're not gonna fucking worry about them, and you're both The Connor just spit water everywhere.
I panicked because it's frozen.
Oh.
Little bits of ice and a solid hit like one of my fucking not great teeth. And so there was immediate pain and chunks in my mouth, and I freaked out in a second. I almost spit it forward. I had to stop myself.
Like if you're a dad, maybe obviously having kids at like 40, that's kind of rough because you're gonna be 60 when they're 20, and that's what my mom is, and it kind of sucks because like she's been like, yeah, dude, you might get like fucking 5 to fucking 10 more years out of me, and I'm fucking croaked, and I'm like, well, that's fucking depressing.
I'm fucking munching, love.
It's true.
Take me out of this cruel world, love.
And then I got my dad, who's 50.
How old's your mom?
I don't want to dox everyone.
Yeah, but
For me, fucking bleep this or something. How old's your mom?
63.
So your mom's older than your dad?
Yeah, my mom's way older than my dad by like about 10 years or so.
I feel like this is gonna be the weirdest statement. I was a fucking cougar to your dad, and that's the funniest thing to me. Like that's just a hilarious concept to me. Because I don't interact with your dad like ever, so the thought of like that dynamic at some point starting is so odd to me.
My I don't want to get my whole fucking family.
You don't want to talk about your whole family?
No, not really.
Going back to babies.
Baby.
Not this current girl I'm talking to, but one of my past girlfriends. One of my favorite things anyone's ever said to me, which I don't think we've ever discussed this, but I feel like we're all on the same page. One time this girl was like, we were about to have sex, and she was like, I hope you know if I get pregnant, I'm aborting it. And I was like, okay. We're on the same page.
So we're not fully on the same page with that. Like in the sole concept of.
I don't know whether I want to bring this up on the podcast.
I agree with the ability, like the
Yeah.
option to. I don't agree with the amount of like decision that like the guy is given in that situation.
I do. Yeah, I think if a guy wants to have a baby.
I was gonna say it's just the concept of like everyone treats it. It's like all right, so like girl to guy, it's like 100-0 option. I feel like it should be like 70-30 or like get a little more say.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
She gets the final say because there's a person coming out of her hole.
And that's just kind of what people need at the end of the day.
You got my batter. You do with it what you will.
I'm merely a pawn at this point.
I'm merely an observer once you have my pancake juice.
Alright, enough about male ectoplasm.
You don't want another cumcast?
I mean, we were fucking already 33 minutes in talking about fucking babies. Guess we'll make the last 30 minutes about cum.
Talking about babies, not fucking babies. That's bad. That's bad. We're not Epstein.
Yeah, you're right. You guys ever go on the Lolita Express?
I thought you were gonna say you guys ever go to Epstein's Island.
Well, Lolita Express is his plane.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Huh.
That's awful. That's so bad. Quick tip, who's your waifu?
Fuck. I gotta be for Food Wars. I think I'm gonna give it to,
Mimi?
No.
No, not Mimi.
No, you know what? I'll let you take one more guess.
The fucking not like the timid best friend main girl, but like the really fucking like the rival, the one whose dad is in charge of the fucking shit. No, not her.
She's related to her. It's the silver-haired one.
Oh yeah! Oh, I forgot she existed.
I gotta show.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's her name's
Just-
Alice.
Because I was trying to think of like which character has step on you energy.
I think she got stuff on
Yeah.
the energy. Yeah, I love her.
Quick, Hunter, who's your fucking?
I saw you look at me and I'm like, should I ask?
All right,
And it's funny that you said it because I prepared my answer. And my waifu's my wife, whose name is Derek Smith.
Derek Smith.
I waited till Connor was drinking water to say that.
Who's Derek Smith?
I don't fucking know. I just made
Oh,
it
you
up.
made that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say something would be funny. Oh, I fucking...
Yeah.
You guys remember the video I sent to the Skunk Bunker chat of the dude throwing up butter onto the ground? And he puts it on a hot dog bun and then he eats it?
Yeah.
Well, I want her to do that, put it in my mouth.
Yeah. I literally, like, she could fucking
Yeah.
do some dirty things to me, and I'd be like, alright.
Ever seen Rob Van Dam's wife?
Nah, she look like a diabetes skunk.
She looks like she's been fucking plastic surgery. I believe.
She looks like she's been
Jesus
blown up with a
Christ.
helium
No.
pump.
Whenever he's in the ring, like, I think she also...
That's kind of...
God damn it, Rom, my
Damn.
fucking tit popped.
She what?
She, like, twerks or something.
She tortures something?
She
Twerks.
twerks.
Oh, I
She
thought you
shake that fat ass.
And then her ass is so rock solid from being fake that it just
Oh,
sounds
yes.
like two boulders clapping. Two actual rocks. Not boulder in the sense of a big ass.
Here's Rob Van Dam with his wife and his girlfriend.
Wow, his girlfriend's prettier than his wife.
Damn, oh yeah, isn't he like in a...
I think it's something like that. I don't remember all the details. I just remember, like, it's odd to me to think about Rob Van Dam, who, like, one of my favorite wrestlers, but, like, is so frumpy old man style, having this, like, tan fucking, like, generic model looking woman as his wife that, like, good for him, man. He fucking did it.
That'd be Rob That'd be Rob Van Dam, the whole fucking show.
He's a fucking one of a kind.
The other day I was at the store and I was like, bubblegum, who needs this?
Bubblegum.
Yeah.
And,
Just
That's
kidding.
what I immediately thought the moment he said bubblegum.
You thought of what?
Bubblegum in a dish.
how many
How-
pieces do you wish?
Thrice.
Thrice. Twice. Mice. Get a mouse.
I'll squish him.
Squishing mice. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it, cause I'm really leaving. I made up my mind this time, there's no coming back for you. I'm gonna burn every single Jew. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
wait a minute.
Huh? What picture you about to show me?
No, we're not gonna just move away from that.
Move away from huh?
From burn every single Jew.
Whoa, Connor! I'm gonna fucking bleep that now.
Fucking Future Hunter, fucking rewind this shit.
As
Oust yourself, please. Like, come on, man.
long as you sing it, you can get away with anything.
But yeah, look, Rob Van Dam's just living the fucking life.
Yeah. Good for him.
Damn, the dude's living life.
I want a hot tub.
Me too.
That'd be dope, actually.
I want Rob Van Dam to put his hand on my chest.
I want Rob Van Dam to touch my titties. Oh, fucking crikey, man.
I want someone to roll me down the air like a football, mate. Kick me into a rubbish can.
I'm gonna beat your wife's fupa.
Oh, I'm gonna slap your wife's fupa.
Fallopian tube. There's a fallopian tube in my boot.
When I step on it, it squirms like a tapeworm.
You ever fucking...
No.
Fair enough.
What do you say?
I didn't have anywhere I was going with it anyway. I couldn't think of anything in time.
That's what I did that earlier.
I just, like, my brain unclicked. Because I just started looking at visual stuff. And I was like, this doesn't make good fucking audio, does it?
Tim, what's your favorite jazz artist?
Jazz?
I was hoping the wife would think we'd do this. Hopefully this works. 'Cause I don't have a jazz.
Jazz.
Does the Cowboy Bebop anime count as jazz artist?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I
That's
don't
my
know any
answer.
jazz artists, but like. But I mean,
That's
like
scat.
Initial
Scat
D
jazz.
got some pretty.
That's
funky shit.
Eurobeat.
All right.
But you're right. It do be slapping. This isn't particular. I don't know why I said jazz, but I'm about to say jazz fusion. I found this one band. They're called Prism. From
Prism, I heard of
19.
them.
I think I told you about them. They're from 19. The albums I listened to from like 85 and like 87. They're really good, and it's like jazz fusion, jazz prog rock.
You gotta love that prog rock. You gonna acknowledge this, or are you just gonna let it keep happening? Because if we're being honest,
I want to say something horrible about it. Connor's making the.
Connor's reach up in there and take it. We talked about abortion, so now I gotta get the tools ready.
Connor unbent a coat hanger all the way out, a big wire coat hanger.
Yeah, I was gonna see if it got acknowledged before I could unbend it and I could just reach over and tickle Tim's little fucking ankle without him noticing. Just fucking,
Tim has the look of fucking bewilderment in his eyes.
Did you not notice me doing this for like 10 minutes?
What if I needed that?
I'll just bend it back into a vague hanger shape.
Do it.
Okay.
You want to go to Walmart and see how many hangers we can steal?
Yeah.
And just hang them all on our coat and just like run past security.
Boy, do I will say this again. I definitely love committing crimes.
Especially at the Walmart located at
I've been watching Drawn Together again. You ever watch Drawn Together, Hunter?
Whenever I was like 5.
Yeah, it's... You should not have been.
I
should
know.
not have been.
Does that explain why I am the way I am?
Not fully, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
But I'm watching it again, and I don't know why I laughed so hard at this, but they had like a suicide hotline, and the phone starts ringing, and they all just like get around it, and they just start going... They just start fucking like sponge brain idiots right at the phone. And then it cuts away. An hour later, they're fucking... One of them comes up and is like, "Where is everyone?" Goes out there. "What are you guys doing? You're supposed to be doing the fucking suicide hotline." "Oh, we found this bloated dead frog corpse in the storm drain. So now we're worshipping it like a god." Fucking cuts away, and an hour later they're like, "Yeah, frog god dried up in the sun and the neighbor's dog ate it."
It reminds me of a story my dad told me whenever I was really, really little. I was like 9 or 10 or something. I guess I wasn't too little, but my dad and my mom.
My day.
I was like living with my grandma for like the summer because my dad and my mom went to like do some big job. And whenever they came back, one of the first things my dad told me was like, yeah, every day at like lunchtime after we'd be working, it'd be time to eat lunch. We'd go outside, we'd bring our food outside, sit at the table, and there'd be a pond. And every day there was this pond and there was this frog that would jump by us into the pond.
I think I remember.
And after like a couple of weeks of like seeing this frog like consistently every day, I was like, my dad was like, I'm gonna watch this. So Connor folded the hanger back into hanger shape, kind of. So after a couple weeks of seeing this frog do the same, like jump the same path, my dad was like, watch this. And he just like bent down and picked up a rock and he just like threw it like he skipped a rock on the water and just like hit the frog in the head as soon as it like jumped and just like killed it on impact. And the frog just like jumped and like did a backflip as soon as it hit and like just like fell into the water.
What the fuck?
And just yeah. And my reaction was to bust out laughing. I thought that was awesome.
I remember I went fishing with my dad. This is a fucked up story. I went fishing with my dad when I was like 7. And he caught a fish. And I was like, can I throw it into the water? And I skipped it like a fucking rocket. And it hit another rock and exploded. it anymore.
You can't touch the fish anymore, kid.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I was like,
Hold on, wait.
I have a more fucked up story.
Mine's not more fucked up, but it has to do more with frogs. It's literally just that one day at my fucking summer camp, apparently some frogs, when winter comes, it'll freeze over. The pond freezes over, and some frogs just kind of get frozen in, and they go into hibernation that way.
Yeah.
We were walking, and one of the lakes was still frozen. I don't know why. I think it was like this time of summer, technically summer, where it's like, okay, so it's still really cold out, but it froze over, and the frog's head and like one arm is out of the fucking pond, frozen into the pond, and it's just silently fucking staring into the distance, nothingness, as it's fucking hibernating. And they had told us that, like, oh, some frogs, they go into hibernation when they're frozen like that. And we started to walk away, and I just remember one of the older kids kind of, like, talking. I don't even know if he said it to me or someone next to me, was just kind of like, they do, but that one's just dead. And then just kept walking, and I remember thinking, like, oh, well, that sucks.
I have an even more fucked up fish story than Tim's story.
oh my god.
Which is, whenever I was little, and like whenever my dad used to actually spend time with me, a couple of times he would like go fishing with me. He for some reason, like every time my dad would catch a fish, it would like swallow the hook. So like whenever you catch a fish, like typically the fish bites it and you pull on it and it gets caught in the fish's lip, and you just pull it out of the fish's lip. But the fish kept swallowing the hook, so the hook is like deep inside this fish.
Oh man.
And like I guess my dad was using like one of his like lucky fishing hooks or something, like fishing hook that he really liked, or like one that he got from someone who's important. So anyway, this fish swallows this hook, and he's like, I need that hook. Like, I need it. So he pulls out a knife, and he just like stabs the fish. And I'm just like, Dad.
Dad.
And I'm like, I want to stab the fish.
I thought it was gonna be like, Dad, what are you doing?
No, I was like, I was like, whatever you're doing, I want a part of it.
What are you doing over there? Some cool shit, that's what you're doing.
Need a hand? So, and then the worst part is my dad's like, here you go. He just gives me the knife, and I just start going ham on this fish.
You're just like,
Yeah, I just start treating it like a fucking London subway victim.
damn.
So then, like, I don't know, in my brain from that moment on, it was okay to just, like, mutilate a fish. Just, like...
Well, now I guess I can do it all the time,
Yeah,
right?
just, like, mutilate fish with a knife in public. Yeah.
How many people were around?
Oh, just anyone, I don't know. We'd go to, like, this park that was, like, privately stocked. So, like, people would, like, come and dump fish in it. And there'd be, like, probably close to, like, 100 people at any given day. And I would just be, like, catching fish and just fucking Jeffrey Dahmering them. Just cutting these fish into pieces. And then just, like, throwing them back in the water. And just being like, yeah, that's my fucking...
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, that's my fucking dip.
Yeah, that's a fucking great game, Dad.
I'm gonna fucking go home and go, like, he's
Fucking
fucking...
blood splattered up your fucking front.
Yeah, it's like...
Fishing's fun.
And most people are like, I'm gonna catch fish to, like, eat it, or as a trophy, as like, no, I'm catching that fish to catch it.
I'll catch that fish to fucking stab it.
Dude,
That's my fish
can you
now.
imagine being that fucking fish and like getting like taken up before and just getting unhooked and thrown back in. And then
He's
some
like, "All right, I
kid,
can do this again."
yeah, some kids. Pop. We need a pop on the podcast. Just like
Papa, I require more fish.
pop of Hunter killing you of your fish.
Oh.
Catch another fish now where you are next.
Catch another fish, Papa. I wish to see how his heart works.
Jesus Christ. That's pretty fucking
And like, I never really thought about it that much, but like thinking about it now, thinking about how I would just do it in public, how there's like people around, how any amount of like people could just see me destroying these fish. That's what's making me laugh real hard now.
The editor, censor this name with
Oh yeah.
didn't
Frog.
didn't he throw a frog off a fucking overpass?
Yeah.
Well,
We were
we were there.
Yeah,
Were you both there?
We were shooting airsoft guns.
yeah.
He saw this frog. He was like, "Oh shit, a frog!" And he went to pick it up, and he picked it up, and he was like, "Oh, nice," and like. He
That's it. No,
No.
the rest of the story. He picked it up and was like, nice.
I wish, but you know how
I
this
know.
person is.
All right. This ends up
If you thought my fish story was fun, you're gonna like this story. So this kid picks up this frog, and he breaks the frog's leg. He just flat out snaps it like a toothpick, and the frog, in retaliation, bites him. And he's like, "Oh, fucking frog!" And he like throws it at the ground as hard as he can. And he picks it up again, and he breaks the rest of its legs.
Yeah, at this point, me and Hunter are staring at each other in disbelief.
Yeah, and then he starts shooting it.
We're like, what the fuck?
And he shoots it in the head like 3 or 4 times with an airsoft gun.
God.
And then he throws it off of the train
I
bridge
thought
we
he
were on.
dropped a rock on it once.
Probably. And then he threw it off the train bridge we were on onto like that like led to like a street underneath.
Yeah, it was like overpass height. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
And like
then-
at the time,
And
me
then he
Hunter,
and then he tried throwing rocks off the side of the bridge
yeah,
too
and then
on the cars.
we were just like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, that's
dude,
not
you're
cool.
kind of being a like, you're being an asshole.
We could get down with frog homicide, but
Well, we
I'm
weren't
not
even
doing
down
like
with it. We just-
vehicular
he- it was-
He did it.
I
Yeah,
know.
it was to the point where we're like awkwardly like being like, okay, this is fucking uncomfortable.
Well, that was like everything with that guy.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like I remember us going back, and me and Hunter were just like, yeah, we need to go. And I think we left shortly after that.
Yeah.
It just make sure you censor the name of the fucking.
No. It's not censoring anything.
Technically, it's not, but like, really, who the fuck would know that it's not?
And that's just a name that's just so common.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you
But-
say it weirdly, it's just like, oh, I wonder what the real name was. Oh yeah.
Like 52.
Oh, that's not bad.
Or 54 actually.
Oh.
If your penis could have like an armadillo shell, like how an armadillo has like an exoskeleton on top and it rolls into a ball, would you have your armadillo penis shell on the top side or the bottom side?
Probably the top.
So like, hold up. So like, it would either like rolls downwards, so it like tuck like a cup, or it rolls upwards, so it goes toward my belly
Yeah.
button. Like, you guys Down.
Oh yeah.
can, yeah.
But then you can't sit comfortably.
Well, I don't. Wait, how are you visualizing this? Like, holding it? Like, are you thinking that it's gonna like fucking tuck all the way under? Because I'm thinking it just kind of like cups itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as
Yeah.
well.
Well, it goes all. Yeah, I guess so.
So you were thinking. So you were thinking it like just swings,
Yeah, just like
lays
swings
down,
down
on
like
taint.
like kind yeah.
Kinda.
Because if that's the case, no, I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
I would
go
suffer
my
with the
fucking
belly
belly
button.
button, like when it gets hard.
Yeah. I
So-
would. I don't know. I'd probably just cut it off at that point.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on Skunk Bunker. Guys, every light gets you another couple inches.
Just remember to read the Bible. This week's Skunk Bunker Bible verse is Leviathan 13:17. Remember, God loves not everyone, but like a couple people.
Oh.